Let us all bow our heads and let us put ourselves in the presence of the Holy God. And in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we gather today in gratitude for the opportunity to participate in this private conference and opening of goods. We thank you for bringing together all the stakeholders, clients, suppliers, and consultants with a common goal of contributing to a project that will serve a greater good. Grant us clarity of mind and purpose. Guide our decisions with wisdom, respect, and integrity. Help us to communicate openly, assess fairly, and make decisions that reflect not only our best interests, but also the value of transparency, excellence, and accountability. May this private conference be productive and may the bidding process move forward smoothly and justly. Bless the hands and minds that will eventually carry out this project. We entrust everything to your divine guidance. All this we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Okay, good morning. Good morning to all.
Good morning.
We have a cell petition for there are 6 cell petitions. PR number 0250669. Procurement of various spare parts used for service vehicle is also the must be number 123002 and DPCM H1-8604 which are various different project assigned in this office. The approved budget is 127,750 pesos only. The second is PR number 025061770. Procurement of various spare parts used for service vehicle Mitsubishi single cab for vehicle model 24 bearing deck number S687 with previous property code number H16531. Assigned in the section with a budget of 9,800 pesos only. Third is PR number 0250641. Procurement of various spare parts for use in the second DEO Agusan del Sur service vehicle cab 9166/151,006. The budget is 70,750 pesos only. Fourth is PR number 02506-187 Procurement of various office supplies for use in the DPWH second DEO Agusan del Sur. The budget of 172,500 pesos only. The fifth is PR number 02506-188. Procurement of various spare parts used for service vehicle Nissan Terra bearing plate number 15100 with property code number H1-8667 maintenance section. The budget is 77,100. PR number the sixth is PR number 02506-189 Procurement of tire used for heavy equipment Binongan truck bearing plate number SNE 647 Brgy -11 with DPWH property code number H36937 assigned in the maintenance section. The approved budget is 115,600 pesos only. Before we proceed, we will check first the attendance for the back members.
Good morning, everyone. For today's attendance, for back members, we have Engineer Wilfred R. Visaya, back chairperson, Engineer Leo Digario and Maso, back vice chairperson. For back regular member, we have Engineer Manuel Silinario, Engineer Edwina Corda, and Ms. Jovelinda L. Anto. For back provisional member, we have Engineer Almelin C. Pulancos and Engineer Riddle A. Rizal. For back secretariat member, Engineer Alan Marilyn C. Apogado, yours truly, Ms. Edna Curato, Ms. Gloria L. Duga, and Ms. Liza M. Mato. For back PWG member, we have Engineer Wendy M. Bajano, back PWG head. For the back PWG member, we have Ms. Rosario Eden Villegas.
Present.
Engineer Marilyn DP on DAP, Engineer Greta B. Alvarez, and Engineer Leonete A. Lucenio. We also have representative from the maintenance section, Engineer Philip Cabutahe and Engineer Jivar Orbes. We also have representative from the planning section, Engineer Iris Amadeo. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you for giving attendance. Since the back is in court, we proceed for opening of the certifications. Six certifications. We will be simultaneously. Okay, we proceed for the public conference. We will announce later the winning winners for certifications, and we proceed for the public conference for 6 projects. Project ID number 25NC0044, construction medical post building, Barangay Binongan, Veruela, Agusan del Sur, with a budget of 9,100,000. Approval calendar days is 150,000. Contract duration is 180 calendar days. Budget ID number 25NC0045, construction medical post building, Barangay Dos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with full budget of 4,150,000, but the duration is 120 calendar days. Contract ID number 25NC0046, construction of training center Manobo Heritage Building for the Indigenous cultural communities and Indigenous people, Trento, Agusan del Sur. For budget contract is 8,512,020 pesos only. Contract duration is 150 calendar days. Contract ID number 25NC0054, repair maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur, Sikan Engineering District Sub-Camp Building at Veruela, Barangay Monte, Agusan del Sur. The approved budget of 757,000 pesos only. The duration is 90 calendar days. Contract ID number 25NC0005, repair maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur, Sikan Engineering District Sub-Camp Building at La Paz, Barangay Poblacion, La Paz, Agusan del Sur. The approved budget is 1 million pesos only. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. And the last is contract number 25NC0056, repair maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur, engineering office in the building, Barangay Karaos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with a budget of contract of 2.5 million pesos only. The duration is 120 calendar days. Okay, well, the maintenance will present first, the contract number 25NC0054. There are 3 projects in maintenance. Then after the maintenance, the planning will proceed for the public conference, the remaining 3.
Good morning, everyone. I present to you the project. Repair maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur, Second District Engineering Office, Sub-Camp Building, Veruela, Barangay del Monte, Veruela, Agusan del Sur. So for the appropriation, 757,000 with the 90 calendar days. Classification, National Government-owned Building and Go. Source of fund, regular agency fund, general fund, specific budget from national government agency. For the actual photo of the building, this is the front view. Then the interior views. Lang. Good morning. So for the original plan and program of work, this is the floor plan of the building. The floor plan dimension is 9.5 by 9 meters. So this is the front elevation and the right side elevation. So scope of work is cement plaster finish with painting for the interior and exterior. Then ceiling this is the interior. Then installation of ceiling. Details, section of ceiling anchorage, and the perspective and detailed plan of ceiling vents, and the reflected ceiling plan. Then the lighting layout plan of the building for installation, and power layout plan. So for the program of work, other general requirements, project billboard to each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the finishings and other civil works, 4.5 mm 5% work on metal frame ceiling, 121.23 square meters. Finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Doors, wood panel, 3.36 square meter. Then fabricated metal roofing accessories, gutter, 12.05 linear meter. For the tiles and glaze tiles, 79.09 square meters. Then cement plaster finish, 364.81 square meter. For the painting works, masonry concrete, 388.97 square meters. For the electrical, conduits, boxes, and fittings, conduits work, conduit raftings, 1 lump sum. 2 mm square electric wire, stranded, TWTHN, PHWN square, 336 meters. Then 3.5 mm square electric wire, stranded, 240 meters. Then 5.5 mm square electric wire, stranded, 60 meters. Then 30 mm square electrical wire, 40 meters. Then for wire and the wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel boards and main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Lastly, lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. That's all. Thank you.
Any comments for the presentation? If none, you will proceed for the another project 25 055.
Next project is the requirement of DPWH Agusan del Sur Second District Engineering Office, Subcam, Building, La Paz, Barangay Poblacion, La Paz, Agusan del Sur. Project description, requirement of Subcam building, installation of water tanks of Poblacion, La Paz, Agusan del Sur. The appropriation with appropriation of 1,090,000 calendar days. Classification, national government owned building involved. Source of fund 0110101. Regular agency fund, general fund is specific fund of national government agency. So this is the actual photo of the building. The front view and the left side view. The rear view of the building. The left side. So this is the interior of the building. Kitchen and then this is one. So the original plan and program of works. So this is the existing building. And this is the proposal of, the proposed bathroom and the comfort room in the storage room. Extension is just ang building. Then this is the front elevation. Scope of work prevented with typhoon span, remove and replace. Then the right side of elevation, rear elevation. including sa scope work ang sailing, tapos removal repair sa existing building roofing. Foundation plan, then roof planning plan. Sa Raptor Truss, ang gamit is 100 mm by 50 mm by 300 mm thick na tubular steel. Ito na tapit sa Raptor Purpose storage room. Then the column opening is standard. Standard sizes, the column size is 125 by 25 with 12 mm diameter square. Diameter. So the summary quantities works. Project bill for 2 each. Occupational safety and health program 1 lump sum. Demobilization and demobilization 1 lump sum. Removal of structures and construction 1 lump sum. Structure excavations from soil 6.45 cubic meter. Embankment from structure excavation 2.34 cubic meter. Gravel fill 1.78 cubic meter. Then structure concrete class equity case 16.81 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel reform with 435.85 kilograms. Formworks and postworks 7.22 square meter. Then sewer lines 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures 1 lump sum. 4.5 fiber cement board on metal frame ceiling for 53.76 square meter. Wall 10.40 square meter. Finishing hardware 1 lump sum. Aluminum glass windows sliding type 11.52 square meter. Aluminum glass windows awning type 16 square meter. Frames 5 sets. Doors wall panel 8.82 square meter. Door flash 2.52 square meter. Fabricated on metal roofing flashing 9 linear meter. Fabricated metal and accessory gutters 10 linear meter. Pre-painted metal sheets red type long span 153.10 square meter. Cement plaster finish 82.44 square meter. Then building works wood 53.76 square meter. Painting works steel 8.06 square meter. 100 mm switch wheel and loading bearing 55.14 square meter. Structural steel trusses 182.70 kilograms. Structural steel purlins 266.35 kilogram. Metal structures accessories sagrats 11 each. Then water tank stainless 1 set. For the electrical, condense boxes and fittings 1 lump sum. 2.02 mm square electrical wire stranded 300 linear meters. 3.5 mm square electrical wire stranded 240 meters. 30 mm electrical wire stranded 20 meters. Wires and wiring devices 1 lump sum. Panel board with mean and branch breakers 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures and lamps 1 lump sum. So that's all for the labas of company.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Any comments? Suggestion?
Kanang inyong rib type ba? Anong dila naman lang ay ordinary? So, mahal-mahal ng rib type.
Mas matubig ang
Pero
barang.
kita dito. Hindi mo kintal. Wala kintal na ano. Diba? Wala man. Na may rip-type na agarang ba? Ordinary na provision na may kintal na. Maski ko na. Hindi ko man yan. Mabilang kuwan sa concept sa tulay. Mas gamay kung kuwan. Wait. Pero mas likod. Hindi matanakan. Sa rip-type, isang luto lang yun na. Diba?
Mahal ba yun?
Sabi ka mapaligulang lang sa kalinya. Kira? Siguro na?
Magkutro na po siya.
Hindi Wala na. May question? Sige, you may proceed for the third currently number 25 in C0056.
So the next project is the repair and maintenance of DPWH Agusan del Sur, the second main building, Barangay Karaos, and Francisco Agusan del Sur. Project description: repainting of roofings, waterproofing, remove and replace ceiling, gas tiles, plumbing fixtures, workstation, and painting works. Last members and clients. With appropriation of 2.5 million, 120 calendar days, classification, national government-owned building, source of funds, regular agency funds, general funds, specific budget of national government agency. So this is the flood photo of the main building. So ang roofing. So suggestion na itong last PPC is ipo nila na siya. Repintalan na lang. So ceiling. Ang ceiling ni sa CR. Actually, nabusot ang mga nangisan. Sa ground floor and sa second floor. Common sila. Apil lang ng dilig. So, replacement of the lavatories and fixtures accessories. Ang uban nga buwak na din na functional ang gripo, pati ang iyahang heat-trap sa ilalim. So, mga natin waterproofing kaya nagtagas na or nagtulong na katong sa yung concrete gutter. So, we need to put waterproofing to enable na di na mawawas ng tubig. So, then the maintenance, remove and replace sa modular table. Mga working station sa maintenance, doon, then darot, ang mga tables, then ba't-ba't. So, original plan ng program works.
Maintenance na ito na?
Yes, Chief.
Tulo ang maintenance, tulo ang
Adili ka sa mga repair sa pagkakatuwa. Di, ang atok sir tanan. Pero ang sa
Modular.
maintenance na.
Kapag mo
1 million po sir.
Wait, before you proceed. Also may itira ninyo sa atop na pintan.
Preventive with concept, ang ingay yung epoxy tao na may primer.
Hindi. Ang primero ninyong i-apply upon. Three coatings na.
Epoxy primer.
With catalyst.
Okay. Para may EMD na, di ba?
Epoxy primer na tumangkot na nakikatalis. So that's why we consider giving mo na second to brush mo yung gamit ko kay balikan si Marvin.
Mas mahal.
Pero mahal. Pero ang quality maayo. Compare na itong red leg ng sa flap from ko na
So wala mo nag-repair sa mga pinto nga dapat replacement pa na sa pintal. Luwas sa kagison sa steel brass. Ang first application na is cast.
Hindi ko i-proceed dito. Kaya
Lagi, pero i-cast sa primero o na epoxy primer. Para mabaga ang seal. Hindi. Then next is the epoxy primer, then the final. Ang bote nyo, yung ka na.
Ay, dili siya kanang advisable na atong importansya ng anger na siya sa kanang mga rin po sa steel dito nga pang-rules at sa mga tabunan. Kaya expose na din siya sa TV. Ang rust converter is more on pa na siya chemical reaction during the holiday. Hindi rin. Okay, so So, naputay ka ng removal request sa glass tiles dito sa planning section. Deliver po sa cashier. So, makita mo ito sakto, natupla ko dito sa planning section. So, ano na kung natin dito sa cashier. Then, nariya po sa kuha, mukha nga ito sa removal request po sa ceiling sa ground floor. Appeal po sa stand floor na ceiling.
Without you siya. Ano siya, without the clock lang.
Asa di ka na hindi sa udaan. Saan ba niya? Class naman siguro na class.
Bisa bumuan. Aparado na. Hihugan ng tissue.
Pababae yung po na siguro or
Tapos siguro na yan.
sabi naman na one siguro na ng with whites.
Hindi.
So, sa second floor, naputay rin ba ang maintenance rin sa common na comfort room. Replacement ang removal request ka po sa ceiling. Yung katong modular partition cabinets and tables na sa maintenance section. So, dito sa summary quantities, project billboard, we want to reach occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, mobilization and demobilization, 1 lump sum, removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum, plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum, modular partition, 1 lump sum, gypsum board and metal beam ceiling, 47.0 square meter, waterproofing cement base, 215.08 square meter, glaze tiles, 99.08 square meter, then printing works steel, 1,701.53 square meter. So that's all for the DPWH building requirements.
Okay. No objection, comments. Okay. Sige, okay, we proceed with the planning. The topics for you. Good on the number 25-0044.
Iris.
Jose 44. One. Barangalos.
Binongan.
Good morning, everyone. For the next project, we have construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Binongan, Veruela, Agusan del Sur, with project description, construction of one-story building, barangay office, with evacuation center, fully functional left wing, center area with electrical, planning, painting, fireworks, etc. And structural preparations up to 2 span or bay for the right wing, including CR with tiles, kitchen counter, roofing, and flooring. Appropriation of 10 million pesos and an ABC of 9.9 million with 180 calendar day duration under GAA for 2025. So this is the location map for the location site of the Binongan LTD. So, located beside the existing covered court of the barangay. So this is the total photo. So for the original floor plan, So this part for the left wing, this is complete fully functional na left wing, which includes session hall, office, barangay office, then pantry, secretary's office, treasurer's office, archive room, and then waiting room. So this is for the right wing, including the work, scope of work is the CR, with tile works, complete tile works, electrical. So this is the front elevation. This project design is similar to the previous 2024 project at Binongan. We have adopted the same design po. So for the right side elevation, then the roof plan showing the upper level roof plan for the left wing and right wing. Left wing and right wing. Then the left side elevation. Also with elevation of the ground with 0.5 meter from natural ground up to the finished floor line of the building. So this is the foundation plan. Is a master foundation plan. This one for the per program of work na foundation plan po. Asa na makacover ang budget. So this is for the schedule of isolated footing. We have footing 1 with 2 by 2 dimension and 0.3 thickness, 0.3 meter thickness. And for footing 2, 1.8 by 1.8 meters. And footing 3 of 1.6 by 1.6 meters. Footing 4 of 1.4 by 1.4 meter dimension with the same 0.3 meter thickness. And showing its respective reinforcements. So this is the typical common footing detail with isolated footing. This one for the columns, scheduled columns as shown, and a detail of the columns. Then for the roofing plan, roof framing plan, so for the truss details, for our roof truss 1, we'll be using double angle 50 by 50 by 8 and thick angle bar for bottom cord and heel post. And then double angle 63.5 by 63.5 by 7 and thick for top cord. And then 50 by 50 by 3.5 and thick angle for web members. Also for the roof truss 4, for bottom cord, heel peak and heel post, we'll be using 50 by 50 by 8 mm thick angle bar and 75 mm by 75 by 8 mm thick for top cord and 50 by 50 by 3.5 mm thick angle for web numbers. For roof truss 2 details, we will be using 75 by 75 by 7 mm thick angle bar for bottom cord, and then 90 by 90 by 8 mm thick for top cord, and 50 by 50 by 3.5 mm thick for web members. And then for roof truss 3, For bottom cord, we have 75 by 75 by 8 and thick angle bar, double angle. 90 by 8 and thick angle bar for top cord. And then 50 by 50 by 3.5 and thick angle bar for web members. So, for the items involved, we have permits and clearances, 1 lump sum, project billboard signboard to each, occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For structure excavation from the soil, 186.50 cubic meters, embankment from structure excavation of 117.50 cubic meters, embankment from barrow of 17.5 cubic meters, gravel field of 46.85 cubic meters. For reinforced concrete, structural concrete, 3,000 psi, 106.25 cubic meters, reinforced steel deformed, grade 40, 12,716.80 kilograms, and formers and false works of 419.11 square meters. For finishings and other civil works, sewer line works, 1 lump sum, storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum, septic vault, 1 lump sum, plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum, cold water lines, 1 lump sum. For pre-painted metal panel and metal frame ceiling, 245.55 square meters. Finishing hardware of 1 lump sum, and aluminum frame glass doors, wing type, 7.5 square meters. Aluminum glass windows, wing type, 23 square meters. For fixed type, we have 16 square meters, and then frames of 13 sets. Doors wood panel, 22.79 square meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory flashings, 61.6 linear meters. Gutters of 24 linear meters. Then pre-painted metal sheets rib type long span, 428.02 square meters. Glaze tiles and trims of 32.40 square meters. And glaze tiles of 193.19 square meters. Cement plaster finish of 649.47 square meters. Decorative stone, 39.42 square meters. Then painting works for masonry and concrete, 649.50 square meters. Painting works for steel of 192.50 square meters. Aluminum cladding of 202.18 square meters. For 100 mm HP na load bearing, we have 473.40 square meters. Metal structure accessories turn backward 14 each. Bolts and rods, 32.67 kilograms. For sub rods, 74.59 kilograms. For metal structure accessories cross bracing, 194.09 kilograms. For metal structure accessories steel plates, 291.46 kilograms. For structural steel, 123.24 kilograms. Structural steel trusses, 6,134.86 kilograms. Then for purlins, 2,562.24 kilograms. And then railing of 1 lump sum. For electrical works, we have conduits, boxes, and fittings, 1 lump sum, 2 mm squared electrical wire, 2,400 meters, for 3.5 mm squared electrical wire, we have 750 meters. For 5.5 mm squared electrical wire, 1,050 meters. For 8 mm squared electrical wire, we have 2 meters. And then for 14 mm squared electrical wire, 15 meters. 30 mm squared electrical wire, 106 meters. For 100 mm squared electrical wire, 30 meters. We also have wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers and lighting fixtures. For minimum equipment requirement, plate compactor, 1 unit, 1 concrete vibrator, 1 bubble mixer, 2 bar cutter, 1 bar bender, 2 welding machines, 1 cutting outfit, 1 backhoe, and 1 dump truck. And that's all for LPG at Binongan. at Binongan, Veruela, and Salit.
That's all for third project. I acknowledge, sino how builders? Kasi nga rin, pili ba sulat rin? Para naalala sa how builders. Teka sa'yo? Abutan. I acknowledge the attendance of how builders, no? Isulat lang yung mga nag-driver na. Thank you. Any question for the last presentation? Fourth presentation, I know. There are two remaining. If none, we proceed for the category number 2025-0045.
So for the next project, we have construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Dos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with project description of construction of one-story barangay office, a two-story prepared barangay office. Appropriation of 5 million and ABC of 4,950,000 with calendar day duration of 120 and source of fund FY 2025. So this is the location map showing the location site of the proposed MPB at Barangay Dos, San Francisco. So this is at the back of the pilot CS. So this is the jotted photo, so showing ang ilang as of karon kan siya kanang MRF ng Barangay Dos. So for the original plan, features includes barangay office, secretary's office, session hall, treasurer's office, and then a common toilet room. So this is for the ground floor. And for the second floor, which is kanina project, kanina design is prepared for a two-story building po. So this is the front elevation, rear side elevation, left side, for the living section. Ground floor reflected ceiling plan using PVC spandrel. And then this is the foundation plan. And typical column and isolated footing detail with strap beam. And then wall footing detail. So this schedule of columns and reinforcements. And a detail of columns. Typical detail of columns. And then for the isolated footing, we have for footing 1A, we have 2 by 2 by 0.3 meter thickness, and footing 2A of 1.95 by 1.95 by 0.3 meter thickness, and then footing 3D of 3.05 by 3.05 by 0.3 thickness. And for the rest of the column dimensions and reinforcements and its corresponding reinforcements are as shown in this presentation. This foundation also includes strap beam, puno. So, kami siya. Strap niya. So, this is the footing tiling layout. And then the second floor beam layout. And the slab of 125 mm thick. And its corresponding slab reinforcement schedule. And then the roof beam layout with roof truss detail of 50 mm by 50 mm by 4 mm angle bar for top, bottom, and web members. And then same with the RT2 roof truss 2. And also for the roof truss 3, they still have the same aspects for the trusses. So this is the roof framing. And for the bill of quantities, items involved, we have 1 lump sum for permits and clearances, then project delivery signboard to each, occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For structure, excavation, common soil, 175.25 cubic meters, then embankment from borrow, 42 cubic meters, gravel fill of 24 cubic meters. Then for structural concrete, 3,000 psi, 82.50 cubic meters. For reinforcing steel deformed, grade 40, 12,520.57 kilograms. Furnace and false works of 227 square meters. Then sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. Septic vault of 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures of 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Repainted metal panel on metal frame ceiling, 86.98 square meters. Finishing hardware of 1 lump sum. Aluminum frame glass doors, wing type, 4 square meters. Owning type, 19.50 square meters. Fixed type of 8 square meters. For frames, we have 8 sets. And doors, wood panel, 14.07 square meters. For fabricated metal roofing accessory flashings, 16.55 linear meters. Then gutters, 5.2 linear meters. Repainted metal sheets, rib type long span, 26.56 square meters. Base tiles and trims of 50.95 square meters. And base tiles of 384 square meters. Granite tiles of 3.66 square meters. Then cement plaster finish, 453 square meters. Decorative stone of 4.39 square meters. Painting works for masonry and concrete, 449 square meters. Painting works for steel, 151 square meters. 100 MSH load bearing of 234.86 square meters. We also have metal structure accessory steering buckles, 16 each. Bolts and rods, 6.39 kilograms. Sag rods of 53.28 kilograms. Cross bracing of 118.35 kilograms. Steel plates of 89.02 kilograms. Then structural steel, 13.42 kilograms. Structural steel trusses of 2,137.28 kilograms. Structural steel purlins of 1,006.88 kilograms. Then railing of 1 lump sum. Also have electrical works, conduits, boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board and main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures. And for the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 plate compactor, 1 concrete vibrator, 1 bagger mixer, 1 bar cutter, 1 bar bender, 2 welding machines, 1 cutting outfit, 1 backhoe, and 1 dump truck. That's all for the 2F.
Any comments, suggestion? None? Okay, we proceed for the last citation to back ID number 2586-0046.
Second to the last po yan.
6.
25,045?
Okay, 50 at
Ano ba 50?
Sa report.
Okay. Sige, sige. Hindi pa sin po natin gagawin sa history sa process. May 50 ba na kita?
So for the next project, we have construction of training center, Manobo Heritage Building for the Indigenous cultural communities and Indigenous people, Municipality of Trento, Agusan del Sur, with project description of construction of one-story Manobo Heritage Building with function hall, office, and comfort rooms. Appropriation of 8,598,000 and ABC of 8,512,020 pesos with 150 calendar day duration under GA April 2025. So this is the allocation map. So dili siya dapit sa may tower. So kini sa Jota kita. Likod rin hapon niya siya sa ilang municipal hall. So for the floor plan with the dimension of 23 by 10 meters. So including sa scope of works, including ang function hall, the function hall with stage, and then office, and then the common toilet. So for the front elevation, and then left side elevation with a 3.5 meter from finished floor line up to the top of the beam. And then from ground, we have elevated by 0.5 meters up to the finished floor line. So this is the roof plan. We'll be using roof tile design for the roofing. Tile roof design for the roofing. And then this is the foundation plan with its schedule of isolated footing, with footing 1 having 2 by 2 by 0.3 meter thickness, and footing 2 of 1.75 by 1.75 meters by 0.3 meter thickness, and footing 3 of 1.5 by 1.5 by 0.3 meters with its showing also its corresponding its respective reinforcements. And then the typical column and footing detail. Then the typical, column reinforcements and dimensions. And then the roof D plan. And this one for the footing tiding, reinforcements, and dimensions of another. So this is for the roof beam with 0.25 by 0.4 meter dimensions. So these dimensions are and reinforcements are all reflected in the panels. So for the roof framing plan, we have here truss 1A, then truss 2, then here 3 spans of truss 1, and then we have hip truss 2 here along the valley. So this is for the truss 1. We will be using 75 by 75 by 7 mm thick top cord, and 75 by 75 by 5 mm thick bottom cord, and then 50 by 50 by 3.5 mm thick web members. And then for the truss 1A, it's still the same with the truss 1 ang specs. And then for the truss 2, Same also with the truss 1 and truss 1A specs. And then for the rafter truss, we'll be using 50 by 50 by 5 mm tape, top and bottom, and then also with the web members. These are all double angle trusses. Then for the hip truss 1, 75 by 75 by 7 mm tape for top cord and bottom cords, and then 50 by 50 by 3.5 mm tape for the web members. Same with the hip truss 2. So for the items involved, we have permits and clearances, 1 lump sum, project number and signboard 2 each, occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For structure excavation, 135.50 cubic meters, embankment from structure excavation of 83.25 cubic meters, embankment from borrow of 29 cubic meters, and gravel fill of 37.5 cubic meters. For structural concrete, 3,000 psi, 89 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 10,601.48 kilograms. Formers and post works of 386.27 square meters. Also have sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. Septic vault, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Carpentry and joinery works, 1 lump sum. Aluminum frame glass door swing type, 15.33 square meters. Awning type of 29.04 square meters. Fixed type of 1.04 square meters. And doors wood panel, 4.41 square meters. For fabricated metal roofing accessory, ridge roll, we have 34.90 linear meters. Flashings of 19.80 linear meters. Ladders of 71.6 linear meters. Then volley rolls of 7 linear meters. Then prepainted metal sheets for graded type long span, 441.23 square meters. Glaze tiles and rims, 31.73 square meters. And glaze tiles of 221.30 square meters. Granite tiles of 3.25 square meters. Cement plaster finish of 482.83 square meters. Painting works for masonry and concrete, 482.83 square meters. Painting works for steel of 375.60 square meters. 400 mm CHP non-load bearing, we have 323.01 square meters. For metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, 45.41 kilograms. Sag rods of 63.86 kilograms. Steel plates of 951.65 kilograms. Trusses, 8,333.90 kilograms. For structural steel pillars, we have 2,175.60 kilograms. Railing of 1 lump sum. We also have electrical works, conduits, buster fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and lighting fixtures. Then for the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 plate compactor, 1 complete vibrator, 1 lumbar mixer, 1 bar cutter, 1 bar bender, 2 welding machines, 1 cutting outfit, 1 backhoe, and 1 dump truck. That's it for the Trento Center. That's all.
Okay, for the last project, product ID number 25 inches, 6057. We will proceed for presentation.
For the next project, we have titled Rehabilitation, Reconstruction of Roads with Slips, Slope Collapse and Landslide along Butuan City, Taracogon, Loreto, Veruela, Santo Sefer Road, located at La Paz, Agusan del Sur, with station limits of 1347 plus 461 to kilometer 1347 plus 811. Slope protection target area is 8,333.44 square meters. For the original plan and program of works, appropriation is 150 million, ADC of 144,750,000. Calendar days to complete this project is 431. Classification road slip, slope protection, source of fund is GAA FY 2025. For the geotag photos taken at the area, naman siya ang photos dito. Location. For the design of pile cap, the dimension is 0.7 by 0.5 meters with 13 pieces 16 mm diameter reinforced steel horizontal bars and stirrups of 12 mm diameter spaced at 300 mm. The same as the Denman. And for the tie beam dimension 0.3 by 0.3 meters by 5 meter at every 3 meters. Reinforcement is 12 mm diameter stirrups and 6 pieces of 16 mm diameter reinforced steel longitudinal bars. For the footing, the same sa pile cap, 0.7 by 0.5 dimension. For the thickness of the concrete slope protection, 300 mm thick, and for the lean concrete is 50 mm thick. For the carriageway, Nautong carriageway is total of 6.7, 3.35 both sides, and additional carriageway of 3.35 for those sections na ay construction sa slope protection. For the details of the steel sheet piles to be driven, it is U type 2 and width of 400 mm, height of 100 mm with mass of 48.0 kg per meter. For the traverse and profile, the construction of slope protection will concentrate on the left side area. So, may siya ang cross-section lang to with the corresponding length sa sheet piles to be driven. And for the program of works, the Part A, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. For the Part B, other general requirements, construction survey and staking, 0.35 kilometers, project billboard or signboard 4H, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, traffic management, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the Part C, earthworks, clearing and grubbing, 1.02 hectares, removal of actual structures or obstruction of 0.15 meters deep PCCP, 282 square meters, removal of actual structures or obstruction, 0.28 meters deep PCCP, 1,795.6 square meters, removal of existing guardrails, 82 linear meters, removal of existing guardrail posts, 22, surplus and classified excavation, 1,641.74 cubic meters, structure excavation common soil, 122.5 cubic meters. For the Part C, earthworks, embankment from roadway or structure excavation common soil, 4,145.67 cubic meters, embankment from barrow, 4,014.68 cubic meters,
Subgrade preparation common material 7,485.1 square meters. For the Part D, sub-base and base course, Portland Cement Stabilized Road Mix course, 1,222.44 cubic meters. For Part E, surface course, Portland Cement, concrete pavement and reinforced 0.15 meters deep, 483.6 square meters. Portland Cement, concrete pavement and reinforced of 0.28 meters deep, 2,605.63 square meters. For the Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, structural steel sheet piles furnished 11,481 meters, structural steel sheet piles driven 11,126.1 meters, reinforcing steel grade 40 16,108.52 kilograms, structural concrete 183.42 cubic meters, lean concrete 332.89 cubic meters, stone masonry 64.8 cubic meters, concrete slope protection 1,212.89 cubic meters. For the Part H, miscellaneous structures, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white 124.31 square meters. For the minimum equipment requirement, water truck or pump 1, dump truck 4 units, transit mixer 2 units, service truck or cargo truck 1, bulldozer, payloader, 1 bobber mixer, vibratory roller, motorized road grader 1 unit, 2 units for concrete vibrator, bar cutter, bar bender, truck mounted crane, vibrohammer, generator set, welding machine, cutting outfit, backhoe, concrete spreader, concrete saw, sealer joint, and total station 1 unit. For the quarry source, the embankment, item 200, and sand will be taken from Walo Umayang River, Loreto, Agusan del Sur with a hauling distance of 24 kilometers and gravel at Ohot River, Barangay Remedios, Esperanza, Agusan del Sur with 85 kilometer hauling distance. That's all for this project.
Kita yung production ini inquiry comments. Okay. Okay, none. We proceed for the documentation.
Good morning, everyone. For the bidding documents, invitation to bid, the DPWH Agusan del Sur, 2nd DEO, Karaos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, for the FY 2025 GAA, intends to apply the sum of 172,069,000 pesos only, being the total approved budget for the contract to payments under the following projects. For contract ID 25NC0044, we add construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Binongan, Veruela, Agusan del Sur with an ABC of 9.9 million. Scope of works, construction of 1-story building, closed and open, barangay office with evacuation center, fully functional left wing and center area with electrical, plumbing, painting, tile works and structural preparations at 5 span or bay, right wing, including CR, kitchen, roofing, ceiling, flooring, and railing. Contract duration of 180 calendar days. Bid documents fee of 10,000. For contract ID 25NZ0045, BR, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay 2, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur with an ABC of 4.950 million. Scope of work, construction of 2-story building with an elevation of 0.5 meters with structural preparation for 2nd floor, including glass doors and windows, plaster finish, painting works, tile works, plumbing works, electrical works, and etc. Calendar days to complete of 120 calendar days. Bid documents fee of 5,000. For contract ID 25NZ0046 Riyadh, construction of training center, Manobo Heritage Building for the indigenous cultural communities and indigenous people, Municipality of Trento, Agusan del Sur with an ABC of 8,512,020 pesos. Scope of works, construction of one-story building, training center, elevation of 0.5 meters, including office and CR with painting, tile works, glass doors and windows, ceiling, plumbing, roofing, electrical, and etc. Calendar days to complete 150. Bid documents fee of 10,000. For contract ID 25NZ0054, repair, maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Subcamp Building, Veruela, Barangay del Monte, Veruela, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 757,000. Scope of works, repair/maintenance. Calendar days to complete 90. Bid documents fee of 1,000. For contract ID 25NZ0055, contract name, repair, maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Subcamp Building, La Paz, Barangay Poblacion, La Paz, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 1 million. Scope of work, repair, maintenance. Calendar days to complete 90. Bid documents fee of 1,000. For contract ID 25NZ00556, repair maintenance of DPWH Building, Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, main building, Barangay Karaos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 2.5 million. Scope of works, remove and replace of roofings, installation of gutters, remove and replace ceiling, plumbing fixtures, workstation, painting works for steel. Then calendar days of 120, bid documents fee of 5,000. For contract ID 25NZ0057, rehabilitation reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse, and landslide along Butuan City, Talapugon, Loreto, Veruela, Santa Josefa Road with kilometer of 1347 plus 461 to 1347 plus 811 located at La Paz, Agusan del Sur with an ABC of 144,750,000. Scope of works, rehabilitation of roads and construction of reinforced slope protection with steel sheet piles. Calendar days to complete 431. Bid documents fee of 50,000. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. Prospective bidders should be one registered with and classified by the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or the PCAB with PCAB license size range of at least small b for contract IDs number 25NZ0044 Riyadh, 25NZ0045 Riyadh, 25NZ0046 Riyadh, 25NZ0054, 25NZ0055, 25NZ0056, and medium A for contract ID number 25NZ0057. Contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works Application or the CWA at the DPWH Procurement Conference, 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila, while those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH Contractor Profile Eligibility Process or the CPEP and subject to further post-qualification. Information on registration can be obtained from the PRS or the procurement service during the working days, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website, www.dpwh.gov.ph. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders from the address below or may be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or the PhilGIPS and the website of the procuring entity starting on June 17, 2025. And upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount above stated, the procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees in person by facsimile or through electronic means. The DPWH will hold a briefing conference today, June 24, 2025 at exactly 10 a.m. at the Procurement Conference Room, DPWH Agusan del Sur, 2nd DEO Karaos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, and through Zoom meeting flash on the screen. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bid data sheet or in the BDS. Bids must be duly received by the box secretariat at the address below for manual submission or at electronic bids, Agusan del Sur 2 at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before July 7, 2025 at or before 1 o'clock p.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the invitation to bid clause 15. Bid opening shall be on July 7, 2025, immediately after the deadline for the submission of bid at the Procurement Conference Room, DPWH Agusan del Sur. For the bid in sheet for contract ID 25NC0044 and 45 re-add. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work code. Major categories of work Category of work code BICWOPLC, work description, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete, frame 1 to 5 stories. Subcontracting is not allowed. For contract ID 46 re-add, the major categories of works, category of work code BICWOPLC, work description, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise steel frame 1 to 5 stories. Again, subcontracting is not allowed. For contract IDs 54 and 56, major categories of works, category of work code BIR, work description, buildings, repairs. Subcontracting is not allowed. For contract ID 25NZ0057, major categories of works, category of work code RCSPS, work description, roads, construction, slope protection, using structural measures. Again, subcontracting is not allowed. For the pickup license, the required pickup license for contract ID 25NZ0044 re-add, size range small d, license category C and D, largest single project, 4.950 million or 50% of the ABC, allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. For the general and relevant experience for the K personnel must be 2 years for PM, PE, ME, foreman, and construction safety health officer. For contract ID 2045 re-add, the required pickup license, size range, small b, license category C and D, largest single project, 2.475 millions or 50% of the ABC, ARCC up to 30 million. The K personnel, the general and relevant experience must be 2 years for PM, PE, ME, foreman, and construction safety and health officer. For contract ID 46 re-add, The required pickup license, size range is small b, license category C and D, largest single project, 4.256 million or 50% of the ABC. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. The general and relevant experience for the K personnel, the minimum must be 2 years for PM, PEME foreman, construction safety and health officer. For contract ID 54, the required pickup license, size range is small d, license category C and D, largest single project, 378 million or 50% of the ABC. ARCC up to 30 million. For the K personnel, the general and relevant experience, minimum of 2 years. For PM, PEME foreman, construction safety and health officer. For contract ID 55, the required pickup license, size range is small b, license category C and D, largest single project 500,000 or 50% of the ABC. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. For the K personnel, the general and relevant experience, minimum of 2 years. For PM, PEME foreman, construction safety and health officer. For contract ID 56, the pickup license, size range small b, license category C and D, largest single project, 1.250 million or 50% of the ABC. ARCC up to 30 million. The general and relevant experience for K personnel must be 2 years. For PMPEME foreman, construction safety and health officer. For contract ID 57, the required pickup license, size range is medium A, license category B, largest single project, 72,375,000 or 50% of the ABC. ARCC up to 150 M. For the general and relevant experience for the K personnel, minimum of 5 years. For PM, PEME foreman and construction safety and safety health officer. The bid security shall be in the form of a bidding securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. For contract ID 44 Riyadh, the amount of not less than 198,000 or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. The amount of not less than 495,000 or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 45 Riyadh, the amount of not less than 99,000 or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. B. The amount of not less than 247,500 pesos or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 46 Riyadh, the amount of not less than 170,240 pesos or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. B. The amount of not less than 425,601 or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 54, the amount of not less than 15,140 pesos or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. The amount of not less than 37,850 pesos or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 55, the amount of not less than 20,000 or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. The amount of not less than 50,000 or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 56, A. The amount of not less than 50,000 or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. B. The amount of not less than 125,000 or 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For contract ID 57, A. The amount of not less than 2,895,000 or 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash or in check. B. The amount of not less than 7,237,500 pesos or 5% of the ABC if bid security is initial demand. For further information, you may refer to our BAC chairperson, Engineer Wilfred R. Visaya, and our BAC secretariat head, Engineer Telma S. Espeso. That's all for contract IDs 44W57.
We thank you for the recommendation. We will now proceed for the result of the self-petitions. PR number 05025066169. There are 3 participating bidders. They are allowed to supply LCD Kartik Automotive and Repair Services and GD Auto Care Center. All of the brands. For private supply, the price is 107,500. For LCD Karting Automotive and General Services, the bid price is 111,300. And GD Auto Care Center and non-documents attached to support the bid. So the lowest bidder is Life of Supply for this self-petition. For PR number 025-06170, there are 3 participating bidders. Life of Supply, LCD Karting Automotive and Repair Services, the GD Auto Care Center, all of the one city. The bid price for Life of Supply is 9,500. For LCD Karting Automotive and Repair Services, the bid price is 16,900. The GD has no supporting documents. The lowest bidder is Life and Auto Supply. For PR number 025-06187, there are 3 participating bidders. Our own bidder practice, Ian Commercial, and Aztec Computer Parts and Accessories. For our own devices, the bid price is 170,250. For Ian Commercial and General Merchandise, the bid price is 128,700, while the Aztec Computer and Parts and Accessories, there's a position, there's no support for any documents. The lowest bidder is Ian Commercial and General Merchandise, something is called the Sundays. For PR number 025-06188, there are 3 participating bidders. LCD Kartik Automotive and Repair Services, Life Auto Supply, and GD Auto Care Center, for all of the one city. For LCD Kartik Automotive and Repair Services, their bid price is 75,800. Life Auto Supply is 77,000 pesos. So the lowest bidder is LCD Karting Automotive and Repair Services. For PR number 025-06189, there are 3 participating bidders, but the 2 bidders has no supporting documents, the coastal trading and airmark trading. So the Karting Enterprises has the documents. Their bid price is 115,600. Target and EBC. For the last quotation, PR number 02506-181. There are two participating bidders. The BTS Auto Care Center and Journey Auto Supply with no supporting documents. Ay nakakita rin for BTS Auto Care Center business name. Ay depende sa ilang date of issue sa validity of their nurse permit. Tampered ang pizza. But the bid price is 170,750. The result of the bidding will be evaluated by the DPWH. The request will be subjected to evaluation and post-calculation as per section 32 and section 34 of the 2016 revised IR of the Procurement 91. That's all for this morning. Thank you for attendance. I declare this